man, let's go ahead and get into this review. We're gonna split this one up into 2 parts because the Cypher was 2 parts. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Cypher 1. And this is Skrilla presents the Cypher. You know, it says Cypher. He organized the Cypher, you know, to show some of the people who aren't getting enough shine in Wichita. But, you know, a lot of these guys are a lot better than, you know, than I thought, to be honest. Because, you know, I ain't really heard too much of them, so I don't know how their skills is, so I go in there with caution. There's only a few people, there's only one person I knew in the Cypher 1. That was Tayyboi because I reviewed him from the last one. So, Tayyboi went off. You know, he did a lot better than what he did on the last one, you know. When I watched him and I saw what he was saying and I understood him and whatnot, I was like, yeah, you actually, you know, you actually have improved from the last Cypher to this Cypher. You know, even though they're presented by 2 different people, you know, you have showed what you can do in just that little bit of time and stuff, you know. Also, I like how they did it. It was a live thing, you know, it was live and, you know, it wasn't, you didn't really have to worry about trying to get somebody's voice to match up with what they were saying on the camera, you know. It was like, if he said it, it was getting recorded and we could hear it. You know, that's what I like about that type of stuff. You know, one person my favorite person would have to be T-Easy. Just the way his delivery was, you know. The only thing I didn't like was the kind of like the pause he did in the middle of his rap. But besides that, his rap was real fresh and what he was saying was real legit. And it was just like, man, like, you know what you're doing in this. You know, you came in here with your heart and soul and you was like, you know, taking over. You taking over the Cypher, you know, even though it's part 1, and I do believe part 2 is better than part 1. Part 1 was still able to hold up on its own. With the 6 people that went and whatnot, you know, all the guys had, you know, had delivery and whatnot. You know, everybody had something that they brought to the table that wasn't the same as somebody else. They were all unique in their own way. Like Randall Rhymes. Randall Rhymes had the most energy out of everybody, to be honest. But the problem that hurt him, which isn't really on his rap skills, it's just how he was doing it, is the fact that he had so much energy. He kept backing away, so you really couldn't understand him at certain points or whatnot. And it just kind of like, it got muffled. That's what it was. What he was saying got muffled at a certain point, which you can't really count down on him. It's just, you know, the energy was legit and I liked it and whatnot, but you gotta remember there's a mic in front of you. You back away from the mic, you're not gonna be able to hear yourself as well, you know. People are not gonna be able to hear what you gotta say as well. So remember, next time you do the Cypher and whatnot, stay close to the mic that you got. Some of the people kind of they kind of like felt like they were too busy. Like they were too busy trying to remember their rhymes, which I understand and whatnot, because it's a Cypher, you know, you're trying to remember. But you need to practice enough to where, you know, you can step up in there and you can rap it and you can still have energy and whatnot. 1, that makes your whole Cypher present look better. And 2, you know, if you plan on actually being a rapper and whatnot, and you actually go on stage and stuff like that, you can't just be sitting there trying to remember what you wrote down or what your song was about and stuff like that, because with that, you know, it end up hurting you and stuff like that, and you can see that you won't have the energy and stuff, and nobody's gonna like a show that has no energy. But that's just what I'm saying. Like, I know what it is, you know, it's a little nervousness and whatnot, because you want to be able to make sure what you say is delivered well, which y'all are saying is legit and whatnot. You know, there's a few people who refer back to guns, you know, guns and then fucking and shit like that, but, you know, as long as your whole rap ain't about it, I'm not gonna catch you off on that one. Because the fact is that if you can come in a Cypher and deliver something that I ain't heard yet, you get cool points for that one. And that's what I like. You know, I like people who do that. You know, I like when you come in there and you do what you gotta do. You gotta make what you say legit, because I get tired of people who walk in these Cyphers and talk about, yeah, AK-47, bam, 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 I'm gonna go up on your shot and all that. Nah. That gets tiring. Now, you know, cool, you want to do some trap music and you want to talk about that type of stuff, cool. But in a Cypher, I need you to deliver what you gonna do. I need you to deliver something that ain't been heard. I need you to show your lyricism, because, to be honest, if you talking about guns and fucking all the time, that ain't no type of lyricist. You know, I'm just being honest, man. Like, you doing that the whole time, man. Please move on. Walk on to some video set and do that type of stuff, you know? That's just what I think. But to give part 1 I say T-Eazy was probably the best out of everybody. But, you know, everybody else had their stuff and whatnot. Cypher Part 1, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. You know, it was great and whatnot, but just not that. It's just the energy wasn't there. You know, everybody was trying to remember their stuff. You know, one person. Well, I say two people. I say T-Eazy and Randall both came in there and they had their stuff. Remember us, and they was like, you know what? You gotta kind of give. Like, when I say this presentation, you know, I mean, like, give energy with what you're saying. Don't just say it all in one tone, you know. You know, if it's a hard-ass simile, you know, put some emphasis in that mug. If you got an analogy, put some emphasis in that mug, just because it'll make your raps that much better, you know. That's just what I'm saying. But, you know, that's review of Part 1. Part 2 coming up soon. I'll let you boy. Peace.